श्रीमती संगीता जेटली जी, spouse of late Sri Arun Jaitley ji. Madam, we are grateful for your gracious presence. We know how tough it is for you to maintain your composure on such occasions. I am particularly grateful for your indulgence. Ever since I have taken the office of Governor, State of West Bengal, and then as Vice President. Professor Yogesh Singh, a Vice Chancellor with a difference. He has transformed Delhi University on two fundamentals. One, deep, authentic connect with the student community. And second, he is a visionary. At heart, he has interest of the students. You must have noticed he is extremely cognizant of headwinds. He changed the roster position twice. Sri Ajay Shriram belongs to a family that is committed to societal development. In the field of education, the family has made great contributions. The family doesn't treat education as commerce. It is service to the society. As chairman of the governing body, he is discharging his functions and shaping the institution to deal with emerging challenges. Dr. Vikas Gupta, Registrar Delhi University, needs a special mention. He has been handling his job commendably. Professor Simrit Kaur, principal of this eminent college, with disarming modesty, and what I see, there are more girls in the audience than boys. My two brief interactions with her, I have no doubt she is futuristic in her approach and determined to see that already a high pedestal for this institute, it grows to newer heights. Professor Aruna Jha, Vice Principal, I think it is time there is some gender balancing. Equally committed. Distinguished audience, Arun Jaitley and his wife Meher, and my dear friend Ryan Karanjawala. I knew Arun Jaitley ji for 35 years because destiny snatched him early. I know Ryan for equally same period, though our relationship started 5 years after it started with Arun Jaitley ji. Every time at a public function or in our private conversation, whenever we interact, Arunji's face is before both of us. To both of us, he was a great mentor. He would put a point across noiselessly, but very impactfully. Distinguished audience, boys and girls, I'm extremely happy to be associated with this naming of this stadium. There couldn't be any other name. And I define Arun Jaitley ji in a very different manner. He was not in politics. He was in public life. He discharged his obligations in every assignment with a different perspective. Be it President of the Delhi University during the darkest period this country has ever seen, imposition of emergency. His performance was stellar. He showed the spine of youth, and that resulted him in becoming the youngest member of the executive of Janata Party, a transformational political event in the history of this nation. He was the youngest member. As Additional Solicitor General of India, he made huge contributions by dealing with most intractable situations in the country and outside. Amazing performance as a lawyer. When it comes to assignments as Minister of Commerce, Minister of Defense, Minister of Finance, his seminal contributions are for all to be seen. I can't look around a politician, at least in recent times, by that I mean last 4 decades, where the acceptability was beyond partisan stance. He was loved by the opposition as much as he was loved by his own partymen. As leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, also as leader of the House of Rajya Sabha, as ministerial assignment, Arun Jaitley stands out. As chairman Rajya Sabha, when the Sabha is in session, there is hardly a week when a member of the House will not come to me and tell me we miss him. I can tell you, boys and girls, his presence in every walk of life was impactful. His absence is equally impactful. We miss him day in and day out. Friends, with this background, it is but eminently fitting, deserving recognition to the man when we name it. And look at sports. His contribution is there. He never brought politics in sports. One of his greatest contributions. He was associated with cricket and for long, but kept politics out of it. But I remember Arun Jaitley ji particularly for bringing sportsmanship into the arena of politics, something which we all need to appreciate. This institute has a reputation of its own, and being on this platform means a lot for the position I hold. It makes available to me a platform, an authentic platform to express my views on issues. This modern facility, I am sure, will not only serve as a platform for sporting events, but also act as a hub for cultural activities, fostering a vibrant and inclusive community within the college. This institute has an illustrious list of alumni. From this platform, I urge the alumni, they must come together. They are contributing. Their contribution is huge, but it is less than their potential. When the country is on the rise is unstoppable. It is obligation of alumni to exploit their full potential in contributing their time and resources. If you look around the globe, institutions are making a mark. They are on incremental trajectory given the support of the alumni. I am sure alumni of this institution will be role model for alumni of other institutions. And trust me, if the alumni come together, explore their full potential for contribution of their time and resources, the institution will further blossom and flourish. Friends, nations are defined by its youth power. And what do the youth of the country need? They will work on their own, but they need an ecosystem. And that ecosystem should be marked by equality before law. A young mind is shattered when it finds that in a democratic nation, some are more privileged than I am. That is a humiliating experience. Boys and girls, you will be happy to note the privileged pedigree in this country has been demolished. All are equal, and that helps young minds more than anything else. The second painful situation is that when it comes to law enforcement, some people entertain an idea they are above law. The law cannot reach them. They are beyond it. They can't be held accountable. This will be a great pain to you. You will be pained massively that how come in a democracy where everyone has equal right to vote, equal vote, some are more privileged beyond the reach of law. This is behind us now. The new norm is everyone is accountable to law. They are in tight grip of law. But I wish to invite your attention. Young minds are discerning minds. How can we countenance a situation that when some people are visited with rule of law process emanating from law, they take to streets? No better group I can find than the young minds to neutralize such tendencies. The third big change, friends, that has taken place in the country, and that is corruption is no longer rewarding. There was a time for a job, for recruitment, for opportunity. Corruption was the only password. Now corruption is password to a different locale, not for a job, not for an opportunity. A big change. But with all these things also, can you take a quantum jump? No. Because you need something very different. You need economic rise. You need new stars and opportunities. I am happy to tell my young friends, our Bharat, home to 1/6 of humanity, today is in upbeat mood, with there being transparent and accountable governance, exponential phenomenal infrastructural rise. Friends, we are witnessing emergence of India as a diplomatic soft power, rise of its global stature, and already we are placed at number 5 in global economy. We are the third largest purchasing power on global benchmark. That indicates opportunities for all of you. In next 2 years, we will be third largest global economy ahead of Japan and Germany. My young friends, this is a perfect platform for young minds of the country, as now they have new opportunities. I urge you to come out of the silos of traditional areas of avenues. I find young minds flocking to the silos of conventional areas. Think out of the box. If I make a mention, disruptive technologies, it can satisfy everyone's aspirations. And India is amongst very few countries that are taking lead into it. If I look at who are the greatest stakeholders in governance, they are not industrialists. They are not politicians. The most vital stakeholders in governance are young people. What our Bharat will be at 2047 will be decided by you. When we march, when we become part of Marathon 2047, its success is assured because our youth is upbeat. Our youth will deliver and make the nation proud. But friends, my young friends, you need to be alive, because there are certain sections that give us cause of worry. Anti-national narratives are now being reflected even in the sacred temples of legislatures. Our commitment to nationalism has to be spinal. It is not optional. It has to be 100%. When we see its dilution and more painful scenario in the sacred temple of democracy, legislature, we all must be concerned. Time, we neutralize it. You are more competent than others by taking to social media to inculcate the spirit of nationalism and neutralize all these sinister, pernicious designs. Friends, the history shows us no nation can grow without its people leading life committed to nationalism and patriotism. I pose a question to myself in this great institution, in the presence of one of the leaders of industry. Why do we not believe in economic nationalism? Why do we ever import an item that is avoidable? Don't we see the impact of it? When we import items that are available in the country, we are damaging three things. One, there is avoidable, painful drain of our foreign exchange for something which is avoidable. Two, those items would be made here. We are snatching opportunities from our young minds. And three, we are coming in the way of growth of entrepreneurship. I therefore appeal to everyone, particularly corporates, industry, trade and commerce associations, to subscribe to economic nationalism that will make life better for our young minds. I dare say our youth are more talented than youth of any part of the globe. They are the best minds. Recognition of our startups at global level indicates power of our youth. Friends, we now have an ecosystem where every young mind can realize his or her dreams and aspirations because affirmative policies are in existence. I urge these students in particular to look beyond conventional areas of opportunity. Think of the modern opportunities, next generation opportunities, contribute to the rise of this great nation. I have no doubt in togetherness, our Bharat is marching towards Viksit Bharat at 2047, and the real driving force, an engine firing on all cylinders, is in one category, and that category is India's youth demographic dividend. Friends, I have every hope, optimism and confidence that our youth will deliver. They will deliver a dream which was dear to Arun Jaitley ji. They will deliver a working pattern that was close to Arunji's heart. I will conclude by saying, ever since Arun Jaitley ji came in public life, diversing his professional life, I found his commitment was passionate. He was in mission mode. He was a reformist. He always thought of young minds. And there were many occasions when he told me, Jagdeep, our young legal professionals are giving tough time to senior advocates. The best tribute to this great son of soil who transformed Bharat, helped the Prime Minister put Bharat on a trajectory that is incremental, is to devote every second for the welfare of the nation. And that can be accomplished only when young boys and girls fully expend their energy, exploit their potential, look to new opportunities, and contribute to the growth of the nation. I thank the Chairman, Ajay Shriramji, the Vice Chancellor, Delhi University, for making available this opportunity to me. And I'm extremely grateful and touched because I found convenience of Madam Jaitley ji for this program. Her response was, your convenience is my convenience. Thank you so much.